So with that feeling of being separate, being a person, being responsible for your life, for a life, innocently so, that can come with a lot of grief, a lot of suffering. And these stories, even if they seemingly cause this story of suffering, it can really feel pretty awful in the body, and the body can really respond to these stories somehow, and it's really felt within the nervous system, and it could just be awful. It can feel really awful. But all of this awfulness, I mean, it really is sort of tied to this sense of being an individual. It really is believed that there is someone here that this is happening to, and so there is just this complex that is formed, this contracted complex of a me, and it can really create this story of like being the victim of life, of things, of others. So when this apparent me, the story of a me, the holding on to this illusory me, is dissolved, or it's finally seen or revealed that this was just a story, it was just an illusion, it wasn't really anything, and what can be revealed through this is that this is all there is, that there was never really any separation. There was never really any others. So because there was no other to relate to a me. So it's just wholeness. It's just this wholeness, and there's just a sense of being, a sense of aliveness. It's always just what it is. It's just, and not even. It's just this unspeakable, boundless freedom. Of course, there's no one that this is revealed to. That's the freedom. Like that there's no one really here. And so it's just infinite. Like it's just an infinite possibilities without there being anyone. This can be anything. And so yeah, I mean, like everything is new. Like it is always new. Nothing is old. Like it's just, man, such a wonder, such a joy. Um, I mean, there seemed to be, like with this me, like it just, there was always a sense of something being a problem, missing out, needing to do something, needing to be something, always trying to cover up boredom. It was all just this play. And there's nothing wrong with it. It was just this play of being separate from everything, like, and that there was just, and so like, but once this is like, once this is kind of, is revealed to no one, then it's just what is. It's just this. There is no one here. It's just so free, so boundless, so unknown. Thank God it's unknowable. That's freedom. It's that so there's never really a need to know anything. What a freedom! Like, what a joy! Like, it's just this. It's just, God damn, it's just this. It's beautiful. Never was this imagined. Like, this could not have possibly been imagined. This freedom. This freedom is unimaginable. It's completely unknowable. And so, yeah, I mean, no one can come to this. No one can do anything to bring this about. It's really, it's pretty obvious that no one did anything to bring about anything. It's, I mean, if it were the other way, like, it's just not fathomable anymore. Like, it's just so obvious. There's nothing that can be done. Like, I mean, there is a sort of a surrendering to everything, but even that no one did that. It was just a surrender. Um, I don't know. I don't know the ingredients really. Like, what is revealed, or what was seen to be revealed here is just not it. It was more real than anything, and unmistakable. It really, like, it's just completely unmistakable. It wasn't something that was imagined. Like, what's being expressed here comes from this sort of revealing and revelation that nothing was ever separate, that this was always just whole, that there was never anyone really in control of a life, no one responsible for what, nothing ever really actually happened. There was no real past or future to this, that too is just conjured up in the imagination. Like, all there is just whatever seems to be happening. Uh, and I don't even know what, like, what this, like, no one is here that really knows this. Yeah, of course, like, I could say I know I'm talking on the phone, I'm talking, making a video. I mean, I know what these things are called, but beyond that, like, it's just, oh, like, so unknowable and free. Like, I just love it. I love that this is all unknowable. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, God damn, what is that? Like, Jesus, what is this? It's just, I mean, that is just breathtaking. Yeah, like this need to know, like this contracted sense to be right or wrong, and prove others wrong. Like, oh my God, it's like such a sickness and illness that creates so much suffering within the body. Like all this knowledge, it seemed to be of some value, but it never was. Like it was never really real. There was never a real knowing of anything. Like this is always just what is. Like it was never what it seemed to be. Never. When there was a sense of a knowing, or when there was a sense of being a person here, that too was never what it seemed to be. It was always just aliveness. It was always just life living, and so it was never personal. It was never really personal at all. It's just smoking a cigarette, looking for my lighter, fondling the keys. I mean, even the most simplest things are just so amazing. Like it's wow, wow, that's it. Boom, boom, just this. Boom, just this. Happens in an instant. It's so immediately that just this, just this. This is all there is. This is all that there ever was. It was always this. Yeah, I mean, sometimes like this message can seem like a denial, like of just what is, like I'm denying that there is a me, that there is no one, that there is someone here, and that too is just kind of a bullshit. Like this isn't coming from an understanding. Uh, so I have to, the only way we can express this with words, but words are so limiting. Like they can't touch this. Like you can't. So like you can't really hold on to even what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is not it. It's bullshit. It's just play. It's just wordplay. Um, and so when there's a listening to this, there was a lot of listening to like non-duality and radical non-duality here, and a lot of different speakers, and there always seemed to be a resonance, but there was always a lot of confusion, a lot of questions, a needing for answers, a needing to understand what they were talking about, trying to understand the words, and that was sort of going in the wrong direction. That was just that still was not in the wrong direction, but there was still just this sense that this person is really like a need to knower, like it needs to know shit, and and so yeah, like I mean, when there's this resonance, like yeah, I mean there is obviously an openness to it, but at the same time, when there's still that sense of being separate, uh, there's still this relation happening. Like how do these words relate to me? Like how can these words get me to where I need to go? Like how do I get to this peace that everyone talks about, and this beingness and this aliveness, and how do I get rid of the me story? How do I get rid of this me that feels so real? How do I get rid of my suffering? It's all bullshit. It's all still the same story. It's all just this. It's not really happening. It's just, and that is, dude. Like that is just it. That's there's nothing wrong with it. It's completely impersonal. No one is doing it. It's not something that's done by someone. It too is just this aliveness. It's beautiful. It's perfection already. Like that doesn't need to go. And once there's this like no longer like need to let go of it, like once there is like a true embracing of the suffering and all the things that life seems to throw at you, like it can kind of sort of lose its flavor and its appeal and its strength and energy and without really like embracing that too, like it kind of fuels it, like this story, the realness of the story when it's embraced, it makes it feel like it's here, like it's in relation to a me. It's something that's personal. So yeah, I mean, this sounds crazy. Yeah, of course it is. It's fucking crazy. Like fucking A, like who the fuck talks about this shit? Anyone who talks about this is crazy. It's full of shit. So nothing was ever happening to someone. Like no one, nothing was ever learned. It was all a story. And in the story, another story can seem to arise that says that this is something to be feared. Uh, and really that fear is just like, almost like this defense mechanism. Not really, but, the fear isn't really there. It too is just imagined, but man, I mean, fear can feel so real. And fear is something that really can cripple the body and cause all kinds of discomfort and contraction and uneasiness. Yeah, fear is a bitch. You know, and, yeah, I mean, it just feels so damn important sometimes to be in control of a life, like that there is someone here that can really control things, like, and so there's this obsessive need to control, and when this fear arises that you're losing control or that you're losing this story of being someone in control, that can be fucking scary. I guess with this message, it can seem to illuminate this story that this fear that it's not really there, that it's illusory, that there's no one that it's actually happening to. Uh, yeah. What else?